B-side, at least excursion to kick things off.
Okay, well, Wonderful did scoop up a P250 from spawn, so let's see if he can do anything with that. A jump spot from Surreal. At least he's noted there are members down towards the B lobby, as the 1xBet odds have leveled a little bit, but Spirit's still the favorites to confirm this. Kirby on the jump spot. Saw what he needed to see. And now Spirit will slowly start to comb their way up the A ramp. In the meantime, ENDPOINT are searching for information of their own. Mid, completely under their remit here. Now, is the molly towards Sandbag? Is it towards Headshot? There's questions to be asked with this A-side execution. But crucial, as long as he doesn't flub his lines on the way down this ladder, it should be here in time. That is a deep smoke towards elevator room. They are hoping to stifle the CTs. A deep molly as well. Lots of space to work with here. Nert's trying to play around the cusp of the smoke. All 5 dotted in front of his screen. And Magix doesn't even see him from our point of view.
Yeah, rough start.
Opener.
Yeah, that's a rough start for the CTs there. Bomb goes down, 5 versus 4. They do have a kit, but need to find kills very quickly here. Being overwhelmed, you don't see this boost too often as well. Yeah, Siren going up there. Difficult to clear that one out. It's difficult to even get that boost going. So time is of the essence, but aware of it. Surreal, he manages to show that, yes, he might be able to get both of these kills here. Takes a lot of damage, but his teammates starting to shine now. This retake looks possible. 3 versus 2. The Glock firing off so many bullets, but the kit's there. They're defusing already, and that's the round. They've done enough. ENDPOINT, after losing that first kill, the bomb going down, the boost as well, Chad. It looked there'd be no chance anyone checking that. No one does.
Can't believe Surreal just rumbling that immediately.
Like, you can hear slight jumps there, you can hear, but I wouldn't thought in a million years he'd be checking that. At least pre-firing it the way he did. Gets the kill. His teammates erupt at that point, and we've got a very convincing start for ENDPOINT. Wow, Surreal.
Yeah, it's that one right there, right? That crispy clear gets the information on the player at the top as well.
Good comms, KRB knows.
They can turn their focus, the segregation with the smoke. Wonderful left. Not a whole lot to do.
Chad.
Yeah, this is a very heavy investment here. Now, if you're Spirit in this type of situation, you want to be slow out the gates. Sure, you've got the Galils, your weaponry, almost pound for pound across the board, could be slightly better here than what ENDPOINT are rocking, but you need to make sure that you balance out the utility. You don't want to take flak damage, you don't want to get stuck in a Molotov. You want to make sure that it's just an aim map, and, well, about 20 or so seconds time, I think we'll have exactly that. Only 1 smoke left on the board here for Nertz. Magix has silently ascended here.
So yes, they have rifles, but they've expended the utility already, but it's decent positioning towards B, not so much as losing one of their star players in the form of Patsy. That's from a decent flash from Mighty Max there. You mentioned he's a utility nerd and living up to his reputation. CT's with the advantage for now. Magic's waiting for an opportunity.
Yeah, well, you can see that Surreal isn't opting to take any contact. He is being set up here by Kirby, who's playing a bit more of a passive line over towards the generator. So he'll be the first point of contact.
Taking the aggro, allowing the hinge mechanic of Surreal to swing out.
That's on the jiggle here, also facilitating Kirby. So with that spot, Kirby will now have to consider this mid jump over. Yeah, the reposition, you can see how it's all perfectly pieced together. 38 seconds left on the clock. Magic's walking ever further. That molly, I'm not sure if that's exactly where they wanted it to land. Maybe, because he's fighting behind it here. Nertz grabs one. Mighty Max.
Good job.
The kill on the chopper. Magix needs to get in towards B, but remember, Surreal is still here. He strikes, round done, just wonderful, and there's not a whole lot this kid can do.
Hold on, though, Chad. If ever there was a player, though, to find some space, yeah, I think it could be wonderful. We saw that triple spray down with the AK-47. He's been given time now as a low HP player. If he kills one of these quickly, well, we're in, and they have to go together. Multiple targets presented. Oh, the ammo runs out there. I thought there was a chance of the flick, but there it is. ENDPOINT, they stabilize, but the bomb goes down again. You could probably justify Galil's armor once more, to be honest with you. And we'll see where the land lies as we go forward. So yeah, there it is, 3,200 per player. You could have the exact same buy. Wonderful can even get AK armor. They do save 2 M4s and an MP9, but is that going to be enough? We'll see whether they want to challenge once more. Wonderful getting that bomb down. Changes the complexion of the round going forward completely.
Yeah, we got a bit of a technical doohickey on your and my ends here. Our Go TVs have disconnected. So we'll be flying a little bit more blind than otherwise here. So let's just focus on the feed everybody else has got their eyes glued to. It's not the full invest, it's just a partial here. 5 HEs. Traditionally, you'll see those thrown towards the top of the ramp behind the sandbag position, maybe up, scooping in towards Max's domain, over towards the gap or yellow position. There's those nades. Look at all the flak damage. Crucial gone. Max needs something here.
It's the MP9, ducking and weaving around the smoke. It looks like he's in trouble, though. He's right in between them, a double agent here, and it's going to be enough, to be honest with you. This round could fall apart, but Nertz standing strong. Managing to get the double kill, and he's still alive for now. Kiabi comes out from the scaffolding position. A bomb gets dropped. Advantage endpoint, even more so down. Nerds is being an absolute monster in the last couple of maps here, really coming into his own. And that's going to be the 3-0. Stabilizing there after what looked like a very bumpy start.
Well, Kiabi's turned his notes, so we can't see them now.
Now we can't actually have a look at them.
Come on now, we were having a little bit of a read.
Probably was told about that. So, endpoint. The best start they could have hoped for, Chad, to be honest with you.
Indeed. Oh, it's going to be the full buy finally coming out for... Yeah, see, they're still trying to work out the high fives over there. It looks a little bit clunky.
Should have gone over that today, perhaps. A little bit late now.
No dry runs. I'll be focused off the prac after.
So, round 4. Chopper and co. Once again with this B excursion, a flashbang ready and prime for Magix to make himself known. Getting B-steps control can be vital. Get the boost in position. One-way smokes can be deployed, and just having a look toward that catwalk as well, seeing if any exposed CTs will show a bit of ankle there.
3 players quite heavily committed towards this A defense here from Endpoint. When we were talking about Vitality, they had the luxury of just keeping Apex and Zywoo over towards the ramp. It meant they could have a few more defenders towards B, a few more defenders towards middle. Right now, this setup is starting to relinquish control, playing a bit more for info with the jump peak, so they're going to be reactive.
Don't mind this at all. Crucial doesn't overcommit. No AWP as of yet, but gets towards the standback position.
No molly to deal with him here, so he's in a very good position right now, and he's dropped the defensive smoke to play around.
On top of the sandbags for now. We'll see whether he can make this work. Mighty Max, nice idea, don't mind it too much. Crucial's there for the response, so Patsy is dropped as well. 35 seconds remaining, nice effort there from Crucial, but the AWP will best him. Advantage towards Team Spirit. Siren calls out the middle is clear. This is the key frag of the round, and it's Nerds as well to receive. Gets the first shot off, but Chopper will be alive for now. This is a very key battle. I can't stress this enough. 20 seconds remaining. Bomb still there on the A ramp.
Chopper's going to have to take this fight. He's going to have to commit. He will best Nerds, but other can consider Kirby. He's already up close and personal. The shaky aim gets one, but they've turned it into a 2-on-1 situation. Up and over. Surreal, 5 seconds left. The bomb has to get planted. It's a fake. Chopper has to find him now. Surreal's going to get it done, and he will. Massive round for Surreal there.
Oh, he holds his nerve, Chad. There was 5 seconds on the clock, so there was an opportunity there to go for the plant. Surreal wouldn't have pushed it, but it was a fake out. Then he has to find the kill. Surreal doesn't have anywhere to go, just trying to run it down to 1 second. He does it, gets the frag, survives as well. Another huge moment here for Endpoint, going up 4-0, even after Chopper got that key frag towards Nerds.
You notice as well that they just continued to fight, right? Mighty Max and Crucial with that more aggressive stance. That meant that Kirby and Nerds could be the next wave of defense, and then Surreal there to finish things off. So right there, I guess having so many bodies fighting is luring Spirit into the fact they think that the site might be more susceptible or they won't have as much space. But it was a good setup, a good understanding of where and how they wanted to fight, and they are making Spirit sweat, and you can see that with this timeout. Well,
like we said, we know Endpoint can play this map. They picked it into Vitality. Given the chance to start on the CT side as well, we're starting to see some of that potential. Crucial of the AWP now for the first time on the CT side, and this is it. Pressure on for Team Spirit. Another partial buy, chat. Now, they can win these rounds. If Endpoint can just hold them at arm's length and not give any of these away, they've got a real chance of taking this third and final map. It would be a disaster for the Pro League campaign of Team Spirit, one of the dark horses, absolutely up there with Fnatic in contention for that third place spot. Losing here would just be so disappointing for them.
Yeah, well, they've been on ice ever since Cologne, right? So Wonderful came in. Yeah, they looked all right with Wonderful on debut. His first LAN was Cologne with this team. And then coming here to Pro League, look, they weren't a guarantee to make it to the playoffs, but they were definitely one of these teams on the cusp. Endpoint, I think most of us had them down the bottom of the barrel here, and right now, stuffing Team Spirit into one of them. And
okay, lads, take it easy.
He's not going to hit 3 more zingers, maybe 2. But
maybe
3,
2, that's true.
Three's too many. I don't know if we have that many zinger burgers in stock right now.
So Patsy just waits for an opportunity to take a kill away.
I like the shoes. They've been shined. You can see them there. They've got quite shined shoes.
Just looking for the shooting gallery of that Desert Eagle.
Everyone's favorite pistol.
Out. Which one was it?
The Deagle. Wow, I think that's the Blaze.
The Blaze, right, okay.
I think that is still everybody's favorite Deagle.
Yeah.
The Prince Stream's getting a bit of hype at the moment.
I do like that. That's very nice. With the M4 as well. Nice combo.
Get the USP in there too.
I'm not a Deagle user. Not a fan.
No, you're a bit more of a Tech 957 kind of guy.
For sure.
Yeah.
I just saved that bit of money, and I feel like I'm actually better with both.
Fair enough.
I prefer it.
The 5.7, I think, up close and personal, you're seeing a bit more of it. You can get a bit more utility, not as expensive as a
I like to spam
Deagle.
the bullets on all pistols. So, yeah, I like the P2000, the 5.7, the Tech 9 especially. Got a bit of a run and gun there.
The Dug.
Used to love a Deagle, but maybe a bit too old for it now.
Yeah, you gotta be like Harry. Harry's a human aimbot.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like him. Check out his YouTube.
He likes to make some tracks, too. Okay, well, back towards this default spread. Magic's tasked with taking control, but when I say default spread, not at all. Look at all the bodies behind him. It might be a quick flash and go. Util slowly eliminating the amount of positions the CTs can reside. Mollies are plenty.
Wow. The bomb site is ablaze, Chad. Raining down fire. Our team Spirit, they have got control, but Endpoint were happy to relinquish it, and maybe for this reason, but Magic's with a lovely shot there. Surprises the AWP. And Crucial might have to fall back with this.
I might have to save here. I know we spoke about similar situations over there on Ancient. Yeah, it's early, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and you don't want to throw everything away because look at the cash situation, right? You've only got 2.7K on Nerds, and that's the high end with Mighty Max at 2.8. The low end is $300 for Crucial.
Like, sometimes you've got to accept, like, they've made a really good execution there. They've played it perfectly. They've got the opening kill. Why should we throw away our economy for the sake of some pride here? Like, let's hold everything we've got. It's 5-1. Absolutely fine. It was a great round from T-Spirit, though. They can eliminate so many positions there of all those Molotovs being dropped.
Well, this is where you have to, as Endpoint, decide if you're going to fight for B lobby control, because now you know that it's possible for them to get control very easily. You're not putting up any resistance, and then they can execute on you. So this will force them to play a different defense, or if they want to do the same, they'll have to have a bit of a cleaner retake setup. So that's the question mark for Endpoint going into the next round of players. How do we now address this on our CT side? A timeout to be called, and that discussion to be had.
So, 5-1. Saving 4 weapons, including the AWP. It was just Surreal that went down in the previous. A very comfortable B execution there right off the bat. Team Spirit will be rocking 4 AK-47s in the Galil. And just going to be talking about their options here on the CT side. Vertigo, it's all about that A-ramp control usually, but as Chad just mentioned, the B-bomb site, maybe a bit of a weakness there. Team Spirit have spotted a few holes. They can actually find points of access. And here we go then. Will Crucial be moved around? Will he go for that first pick at the start?
That would be perfect. If he has a good spawn to go for a B pick, if they can facilitate him with a little bit of util, just to keep Magic's at bay. And we can already see by the spread coming out of spawn that it's a different round for Spirit. Little cache of utility being left over there down towards the base of the A ramp. So right now, all of that util is just to hold this A defense with 3. What the hell is this? Okay, boys, we're doing it the tricky way, are we? What are we doing here, Magix? Setting up a bit of util to limp on out towards the A site. So yeah, trying to continue to sell this fake. Many different locations you can throw these nades from. So let's see where this one lands. I want to stay on board with Magix here. A little run, a little walk, a little bang. That is a mid-smoke. Hello, hello.
Okay, I've never seen that before. That's very cool.
Put that on the nut out here, playbook.
So then, now we utilize that smoke and actually get that mid-control. It's Surreal that's aware of it, though, watching towards the construction area. Crucial first kill. Nerds has to convert this one. Good for 1, but wonderful. He'll get a double. 3 on 3. Lot of presence here from the T's towards the B bomb side, but Crucial still here in a prime position. Has control of the steps for now. As Chopper relinquishes it.
Yeah, that fake did nothing, right? It did absolutely nothing. Still plenty of bodies. This defensive setup from Endpoints look great. Chopper needs to get through the A defense right now, and it's Mighty Max trying to creep down into a tighter corner. 34 seconds on the clock. Here's the problem. If Wonderful tries to find this kill, it's going to take too long. Chopper has to win the duel. This is the only way that Spirit can win this round, and he's looking the wrong way. Max, the first bullet accuracy not there, but the kill is, and Wonderful left up a creek, out of paddle. And this is a great start. Endpoint continuing to add rounds on the board, back into the winning ways, and looking good.
Now they can get fired up. They bounced back from giving up the previous round, and that one's much more convincing. Quite a technical approach from Team Spirit. All the smokes and bells and whistles you could ask for. I've never seen a smoke like that from T-Spawn. Bouncing all the way down towards middle, but Mighty Max still finding the confidence to push that A ramp. Yesterday against Zywoo, who's getting battered and bruised, but this was a comfortable finish. As soon as he gets that bomb down, that's round over. And it's still another buy available for Team Spirit.
Yeah, Siren's having a rough one. He was a little bit rumbled there on Ancient. He's yet to get himself a kill on this one, so you'd love to see him get activated. And again, they want to try and punish B. Surreal holding on to his incendiary until the perfect time, but Magix, what a bop that was.
Yep, they were happy to push through it, and now Crucial will be tested once more. Smoked out. Gives up his position with the shot through the smoke. It doesn't connect, but still has a second attempt available to him. Wonderful will be challenging though. Incendiary to deny the plant.
They're backing off.
Allows rotations here, but Patsy trying to gain control towards A, which he will garner. And it's a 3 versus 5, but look at the HP here. This round's not done just yet.
And Stiff Breeze will blow 3 players over here for Spirit. Just going to run straight into this Chopper. That's the bomb. That's a gift. Kirby's going to take that. And yeah, look, sometimes get a little bit overzealous here. You think the corner's clear, and that's not to be the case at all. Kirby has almost secured the round on his lonesome.
Not the bomb, Chopper. Not with 10 HP,
You get away with it. You're an in-game leader. You get away with it. Those mistakes, you watch it in the VOD, you go, yeah, sorry, guys.
Yeah, lad, sorry about that. Kind of threw that one away. But they haven't lost a round yet, but Kiabi looking to punish. Needs to be careful. That nade even might connect. Oh, not quite. But still, they can still bring this one back. They have flashes. That's going to be their best friend here, trying to get him off the angle while they grab the... Oh, God, not if they throw like that, Chad.
Yeah, see, it's a little bit shaken from Spirit now. They're having a rougher go of things. More utility being lobbed out late here. Time of the essence right now, and Kirby can just stand and deliver. More damage. Siren now also low.
So, 15 seconds here. Man advantage for Team Spirit, but 2 players are the Walking Dead. Oh, I was about to say, good shot from Wonderful. He can't deliver. 9 seconds here. Crucial down to the 1 versus 1. Needs to deliver the shot, but he can't do it. A round that looked completely out of control for Team Spirit. They somehow bring it back into contention. And my God, a couple of mistakes there. Kiabi had it locked down, but he can't finish the job.
Yeah, look, getting the bomb dropped, having to hold it on his own right there. They just kept coming, just kept filtering up through the gap position. Unable to get all the kills. And yeah, look, this is the thing. If they had only known how low Magic's was, they could have played a little bit more passive, because it's likely one of the low HP players would have been planting, which meant they had an extra HE left over or even some wall bang. But this is a chance now for Spirit to get back into this game. They win this one, they will break endpoint, and they'll be able to start working on a bag of their own.
Yeah, definitely a formative round there for Team Spirit. Going to build them back up if they can convert it into this one as well. I dare say he can come back and win the half. Surreal just in the Desert Eagle. See no helmets here, and the MAC-10 being out, Chad, that's a real problem. Chopper, he basically does have a rifle in this one. Great shot from Wonderful, takes down the Mighty. And you're gonna see this backstab coming in now from Nerds. He has been great at threading the needle time and time again. Double kill requires here. You see that lack of helmet there. The MAC-10 hits a headshot through the box, and all of a sudden his aim is removed.
Yeah, the goose right there. Very detrimental to Endpoint holding on to this, and holding on to these 2 rifles becomes the new name of the game. But look at this. There's a player between 2 of them. Magix has been able to make his way past with Nert's aggression. Surreal's aware that this is a possibility here, so they have at least crossed their T's and dotted their I's, and looking that they could even hold on to these weapons. Now, the question becomes, do they force buy behind these weapons? Do they save? There's a lot to be discussed for Endpoint, so I would be expecting a timeout after this, because the flow-on effects, right? If they don't talk about it and they just go into a round and with these 2 rifles and they don't do something as a team with it, this hole is going to start looking smaller and smaller as Team Spirit start to throw some of their own in. Here's this shot from Wonderful, so just waiting. He was looking, obviously, for the headshot jump up there, but still obliging, and that's the goosh on Crucial. That's one of the horrible feelings, but you do make those omissions as a CT. You want the utility a little bit more, so bad things can happen.
That's exactly what we were just highlighting with the lack of helmets there, and the fact that Chopper had that MAC-10. That's when that weapon becomes twice as deadly. It's so detrimental to the CTs, and now they're feeling the consequences. So they do save the 2 M4s, chat. They have on average $2,000 per player. I don't think it's worth a buy. It might not even be worth a deagle, because you can buy up into the next round with the lost bonus they have. We'll see what they can do. Maybe just to stack some of the pistols, try and keep the rifles elsewhere. We'll see what they come up with. It's a real difficult situation for them.
Look, if they considered themselves a better team, right? Or if this was a better team, like if this was a Vitality or maybe a Na'Vi, they might even consider, you know, those 2 players who survived dropping, I don't know, MP9s, for example, you know, dropping something across just to try and...
Got a boost, though.
Yeah, and look, this will be interesting. I think they're expecting the same type of B play, but it's such a high risk here. Think about you're open to middle this entire time.
Don't mind it. I don't mind this. I guess, like, you got to take some gambles at this point. If they do go towards B,
it's true.
No one's going to be expecting this. And you've got the man of the hour, Nertz, who's ready to receive.
He needs multiple kills, though, because...
He needs 2, doesn't he?
If he gets 1 kill and they identify where it was from, then they know exactly what the setup looks like. So this is the question. How many kills can Nerds get if they come his way? And they are coming his way.
This could be monumental, Chad. It could be fantastic. It also could be quite disappointing. He looks down, trying to protect his head for now. They haven't seen him. They have not seen him.
Look at the pathing. It's
wonderful.
Perfect. He can't look too far right. He'll start sliding. He's going to start sliding. They're past him.
Yeah.
This is all for naught.
He's hoping that someone will run back, but yeah, the bomb goes down, and now at this point, he's looking to get maybe exit kills.
Another save, I think. Yeah, just hold on to these, retain the weaponry. See if you can do some damage on this exit.
Here we go, maybe a chance. He's getting teased by Wonderful there.
This is the thing. Everyone's probably thinking, why don't he just turn and shoot him? Well, as soon as he turns, he's just going to slide. It's like ice skating when you're doing a 3-man stack and you're on the top. They are getting something out of the round. They lost the rifle in the hands of Surreal. They lose the rifle in the hands of everybody here, unfortunately.
Kiabi remains. He's going to got the USP, and he should be dealt with in due course. Chopper, he'll get that final kill, and as we mentioned, that real important round before, it's allowed Team Spirit to get in touching distance of the endpoint scoreline, 6-4 now, and this is where the pressure really starts to sink in. They had that amazing start, 6-1 up, but being hit with the cold water now, Chad. They're going to have to really grind these following rounds up. I dare say that we're struggling to get the AWP. Only had $2,000 residual, and indeed, they're going to have 5 M4s. 1 kit, again, no helmets. Thankfully, it's rifles, but one of them is an M4. It's an insta-kill.
Well, they're sticking to their guns. Endpoint is still starting 3A. You would think after conditioning the B bomb site as much as what Spirit have, that they would have to have a bit more of an offensive setup on that side of the map.
Nice shots.
That's offensive to watch. Patsy, straight into the head of Mighty Max, flicks up, throws him away, and puts themselves in a number advantage situation, starting to relinquish control of the A ramp that they once had. There is this aggressive maneuver of Crucial here.
Need to find a kill in return if possible. Patsy just showing presence while his teammates rotate back towards B. And that costs him his life. Potentially the round here, because now there's no one else there with him. It's obvious it's a fake. The rotation's coming through. Poor old Surreal, though, just here alone. Throws a flash up high, hoping to buy time. And for now, can't really do much of this. He has no utility left. Needs his teammates to turn up.
They could boost.
They could boost over the smoke. It's actually the best idea they could probably bring to the table. The shaky aim, it leads to one, but Wonderful through the smoke will respond in kind, and here we go. 3 versus 3, an awkward round for both teams here. Surreal continuing to apply the oppression. Lots of damage done towards Siren. No kit here, Chad, at least for now. Both CTs behind the Jenny smoke.
Oh, Nerds. With that smoke in his hands, well, this flash and this peek, they're going to initiate this. They know they need to fight. They know they cannot just play in this site. They heard the smoke, the flash comes through. Siren's going to swing on this, and Blind, he gets the first kill.
Got a kill.
Nerds has an opportunity right now to get this one done against Wonderful, having to try and pip the gap through the smoke. He's not going to sit the defuse, just the tap, hoping to draw Wonderful.
Done.
He's going to give him up now with the AWP, and the defuse is going to come through. Great stuff from Nerds. Cool, calm, collected. Didn't just rush the situation and puts them back in the winning ways. Brilliant stuff.
Really, really nice to see there. Monumental pressure on that round. You came in with a little, but you got a lot out of it. It's Surreal as well. He really has come into his own in this series. He gets the 1 kill. He's delaying them. The flashbangs gets 1.5. It allows enough time for the teammates to rotate through, and we see some splendid scenes here from both sides. That was a great idea with the flashbang over the top, but Nerds, as you mentioned, ice cold, manages to hold on, take down the low HP player, and get that full defuse in. It's a big round, especially on the endpoint side of things. Their money's still not recovered.
Very brutal.
And an MP9. Max, a bit of a specialist with the weapon, but it's a pretty much full buy on the Team Spirit side of things here. 7-4. Whichever team wins this will break the back financially of their opposition. It's the same boost we saw to see that mid-smoke, I believe.
Yeah, we're doing this again, are we? Okay, well, we've seen the lineup. We know the intention.
Oh, Crucial and Wonderful here. They've open AWP action. I dare say Crucial will get 1 and be traded out, but we'll see how it goes. Presumably will be flashed off momentarily. There's a smoke towards the elevators. Flashed off. Does get Wonderful. Out of the 2 of them, I'll take that.
Yeah, and you know that the mid-pressure is coming here, so this is going to force them into a different look right now. Patsy has still been duking it out behind all these smokes over towards A, and Mighty Max trying what Crucial did in the previous. There's a slight gap here. Who's going to see who first? Smoke starting to fade as Mighty Max, he plays exactly in it. A 1-for-1 again.
That will do with the MP9. Nerds up against it, though. We're about to say he'll be cleared out by that Molotov, and it's a freebie of sorts. The A side is wide open at this stage. A player towards the elevators, that's going to be Kiabi. He doesn't look comfortable as well. He knows there's a chance it could be flanking.
Now, look, at this point, again, it probably needs to be this save conversation. Go fishing, as it were. Wait and see if a kill comes your way. But if you're unable to break through in the early stages, you might have to save, because next round, you're not going to have a whole lot to work with here, Endpoint. Surreal seeing if he can find anything whatsoever on the jiggle. So far, not a lot of information, but a weapon upgrade, and they'll take that.
Yeah, the FAMAS doesn't have the best reputation.
I wouldn't mind visiting this smoke that Magix is throwing, right? The reason that it's a cool smoke is because you think about how deep it is going in towards that connector position, right?
Absolutely. So
you have to, as a CT, it's not like it would normally be, right? When you would throw a smoke, it plumes a little bit out into middle, and you can use that to push through as a CT to fight them. When it's so deep, you know that you're going to be coming out of a gray screen and they're going to be able to see you.
You're vulnerable to flashes at that point. You don't know what's on the other side. Yeah, it's a really strong smoke, and most players will play on that elevator side, because if you're on the CT side, you still have the crossover. If there is a presence, you might have to go around the back. There's always a player lurking towards middle. This makes things uncomfortable. It's a very cool smoke indeed. Allows one player just to work that area. He can Molotov towards construction, then flash, and know he has to focus on one area and save his smoke for himself potentially. So very cool stuff. 7-5. And as you mentioned, 2 weapons saved, and once again, it's the pretty much full eco around them. But the AK in the hands of Surreal, Kiabi with the M4.
I like this, though.
Yeah, keep them together. Why not? See if you can trade out a couple of kills, find another rifle.
And it's heads up. They're taking some initiative. They're looking for fights. They're not just sitting back on their haunches this time, but maybe it's going to be all too little too late. The B utility has been sprung. They're going to waltz in again. Magic's done a great job of taking this space. They pushed up, close behind the Jenny the bomb. Looking to be planted momentarily here. There's a flank coming in. It's not going to matter here. Siren on the boost has already snatched one away. That was one of the rifles now tossed to the floor. Nerds has been able to scoop that up in the meantime, but the kills just keep coming. Nerds with a little bit of silencing here, and the spam not going to continue to take down Siren, who has found 4. One more for the ace. He'll have to find Kiabi and spawn.
Absolutely true, Chad. And Kiabi, nowhere to be seen. He's all the way back there, saving the M4 by the looks of things. This was an eco, just bear in mind, but that massive lead that Endpoint once had, 6-1, starting to get removed. Closer and closer, Team Spirit come. This will be 7-6 at this point, and still have the opportunity to win this half.
It shows you the balancing act of the CT economy, right? Like, even in the rounds that they're winning, if they're close, if they're 1v1s, 1v2s, a few players staying alive, that's where you can really start to come into a couple of issues. Even the way that you lose rounds and the order in which you lose rounds can really affect how things go in a game of Counter-Strike.
I would say the absolute focal point for me in this first half has to be that round where the bomb was dropped up towards scaffolding. That changed everything. It changed the complexion of the finances. Had they have won that, they were already weak. They would have had a few more rounds and actually taken maybe 2 more. Then they go down to the eco, and they found themselves in this difficult spot. It was a frustrating round to lose as well, just when you were flying high. So 7-6, a team discussion now. That's leading the conversation.
He is talking a lot, yeah. So there must be some direction on how he wants to approach this round. They win this one, right? And they win it with a couple alive. They could still get a very tidy half, a 9-6 available for Endpoint still. But they lose this round, and they very well much could be stomaching 8-7.
True. And we do have the crucial AWP out, which was finding great success towards the A side of the map. We've got the nade now going in deep towards T-spawn, allows Kiabi just to push up, make a footstep, and potentially get the frag with Siren. 1 step ahead of it. He's not playing those silly games.
He was 0-6 at one point. Now he's 12-9.
That's not bad at all.
So a huge turnaround for Siren. He's having a great game now. He was a little bit rough around the edges on some of the moments there in Ancient. But now he's here to play, stepping it up in a big way. Now he doesn't get a lot of credit, Siren. He's one of these anchor players. It's normally Patsy and Wonderful getting all the shine, and you say his name, he will take down the max. It's crucial, pinned, getting run down, getting hunted.
Doesn't have the weapon for the job, and it's looking like 7-7 is very likely. Surreal and Nerds, another save scenario, I'm afraid. Can't even justify thinking about going for this one, but it's Surreal. He's stuck in the back of the side. An opportunity for a nice kill here, but if anything, that means they'll probably just funnel themselves on the other side of the map. It's going to be Nerds stepping up. Magic's removed. A fighting chance, I suppose.
Yeah, look, if Surreal was able to find himself in a fight, sure, but they're also disconnected, and as you said, save, that was already the conclusion. So that 1 kill doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything whatsoever. It just helps confirm for Spirit where the last 2 may reside. And a competitive affair, right? This is good. This is a bit more what Ancient was like, right? That first half.
Right down the middle?
Yeah, but this time it's Spirit who are the ones having to come back late, where Endpoint have actually done a lot of their work more in the earlier stages of this half.
Team Spirit definitely will have full control for round number 15 of this first half. Looking to see if they can hunt them down.
Oh.
What just happened there?
Well, I guess he fell.
All right, well, they'll take it. I was about to say, the money's not amazing on the T7. It's the final round. Siren will have $11,000 they can drop. Whatever they need. Yeah, Patsy might need to drop, that's about it. But there we go. Round 15 and a resurgence from Team Spirit. 6-1 down and now 7-7. Haven't been able to do much in these gun rounds.
It's great we've got these two up this end closer to the camera because they're always smiling. And if Wonderful's not smiling, Patsy definitely is. So they're having a good time here. Here he is. Oh, I see. Geronimo. Have fun, Patsy, on the way down. He wanted to join Crucial, who had a bit of a dive off the building a little bit earlier.
Yeah, you don't see many of those these days. It's always good when you... And yeah, there it is. Do it properly.
There we go.
On the triple slap.
One for every kill.
Final round, Chad. Crucial, the AWP. Same story for Wonderful, who has been relatively contained. I would say he hasn't absolutely gone off. 11 kills. And here we go, the sniper battle once again, this time towards a crane position. Wonderful is looking over the back box.
Careful now around the railings there, Patsy. I need another 51 floor trip towards your demise. A little bit of a regress here. Molly to the right side, Crucial. I want to swing off of that. The flash missed its landing. You wanted that to go a little bit deeper. Not going to swing off the back of it. In the meantime, Magics will take down Cyril on the other side of the map. He's starting to walk in, and this is where the A fight really kicks off. Patsy has spotted one, jumps up. His kill onto Nerds. Beautiful work. The trade there from Max, but guess what? They've fallen back. They're into B. They used the space that Magics has given them.
Kiabi has to relinquish control. If he goes down now, they've got zero chance of winning the round. He'll have to bide his time, wait for his teammates. He's got nothing to really hold them off with. Looks for the jumper, but if anything, just makes a noise and Siren will be on him. And we'll see whether anyone wants to push forward. Siren has got a great position here. Kiabi just trying to hold the flanks while his teammates arrive and unfortunately will go down. They heard that jump. And it's all nothing here. Siren mops them up, and after a 6-1 deficit, a great resurgence there from the CIS team. They managed to find an 8-7 lead on the T-side campaign. That's a fantastic result, Chad, it has to be said, and now the pressure's on towards Endpoint. We know they're handy on this map, but things are starting to fall apart. We will take a break and see what they can make of it very shortly.
Our individual level is good too because we are playing a lot. Every day we are playing deathmatch, 1000 kills and some stuff of that. Individual level, it's like on the same level like all teams.
Welcome back to day 2 of ESL Pro League Season 16. If you're just joining us, where the devil have you been? We find ourselves in the third map between Endpoint and Team Spirit, and we're split right down the middle, Chad. 8-7. It's looking good for Endpoint to kick things off, but they started to let it slip towards the end of that first half.
Yeah, found themselves a bit financially broken within the late stages here of VERTIGO, and that's never where you want to be on the CT side, but Siren stepping up massively, 15 kills to his name, leading the charge. The Team Spirit looking to close this one out and slow out the gates here from Endpoint. The 1x bet odds still favouring Spirit's been the way the whole way through the series. And they're creeping into Nert's territory on the jiggle. He's going to get the shock of his life and couldn't quite convert the necessary bullets. Patsy will get the better of him and get away.
That's where all the investment is as well. You got the P250, the armor, and it's going to have to be the B entrance here. Not too bad from Endpoint. A decent call. They'll still manage to get the bomb down here. The flashbang coming in from Chopper. Has he got 2 of them? He has indeed. So they can do 1 flash to the entry to find positional control.
Close here.
Or go behind them, in fact, won't it? Oh, this is nice work from Endpoint. They're taking matters into their own hand. A 3-on-3 for now, but these USPs are deadly. And Patsy's showing us why. And it's going to be a close-range battle. Kiabi, he's managing to keep the dream alive here. Can he find one more? He does significant damage. It's down to Mighty Max once again. Can he find the clutch? He absolutely can. He stands tall. And another clutch scenario, Chad. He has won plenty of them in this tournament.
Yeah, necessary impact here. Look, I'm just so astonished at how much Patsy does get on low HP. I think he got 3 more kills after that opening exchange with Nertz right there, coming back in towards the B bomb site. He was doing a lot. This aggressive maneuver playing behind the smoke, you're right, it put them in a better position to avoid those flashbangs, but it's Max still with the necessary clutch. The low HP makes it easy, and Kirby getting fired up.
You love to see it. Been a rough start to the tournament, 2-0 against Vitality. Never really got going on their Vertigo campaign there, but now they are alive and kicking. They tied things up at 8-8. Both pistols in their favor now. They managed to convert before and get that 3-0, which led to a 6-1. MAC-10s and Galils, 1 AK-47 and a contact play towards middle here. In defense will be Chopper. He's got the 5-7, not the best weapon for the range, but baiting in Siren perhaps, who can't connect with the Deagle. The MAC-10 should make light work of him, which it does. This is a full investment, bear in mind as well. Win this, you're pretty much guaranteed that 3-0 start, and they completely swarm the B-bomb site. 5 players surviving. Patsy, he'll be left with just the MP9 on the other side of the map. Can't really do much with this. And that's clean as you like, Chad.
Yeah,
clean
beautiful
as you like.
stuff. Yeah, this is very, very good look here in the early stages now. Patsy had an opportunity there. This time won't get the better of Nerds. He's going to be happy to finally get some revenge in that type of a situation. But this is a dream. And right now, the attitude has completely changed.
Yep.
If you joined us during map number 1 of Overpass and you saw Regent looking a little bit hot under the collar, you can understand why. They didn't feel like there was any fire in the belly of Endpoint. But ever since we returned from that break, they've been looking better, much more competitive, winning some clutches, taking some initiative, taking some jewels, led by Nertz. He's been a big individual so far for Endpoint here today, but now it's a team effort.
Has to be, Chad. And for now, just want to make sure they don't get exploited in any sort of way here. Just USP, speed of 50 to 5-7 for good luck from Siren. And just hoping they can keep this one as clean as the previous. But if they do have another 5-man clean sweep here, they're in the interesting position we discussed a lot yesterday. 2 Galils, MAC-10s. I actually like those scenarios. It allows you to be a bit more dynamic and aggressive in these early rounds.
This is going to get saucy for a second. This high flash and go with the pistols. So they're going to be pesky pushing through the smoke. How are Endpoint going to account for this? Well, they're not even on the site yet. A little bit early on the flash. They should deal with this from ease. The rifle's at range. Only 1 player going down of crucial.
I think that's okay.
That's great, right?
Yeah.
I think that flash was moments too early because there's a couple of things that teams are doing at the moment on VERTIGO. That little flash and push, or they're nading you and spamming you while you're trying to plant the bomb. And this time round, the flash was accounted for.
I always throw it in the window beneath, which is probably wrong. But that little skylight,
as long as you're getting it high, as long as you're getting it high up in the sky, it's very hard to note for the players on the site. It's a great flash. You can use their smokes against them.
That one for sure. That's lovely.
Lots of good little details here. So 1 MAC-10 kept over on Max. If he wants to go all in towards A as a fake, he definitely could. Nice little nade there from Magix. We'll do some softening. Which is good against the M4s. Puts him in dink potential now.
Nertz and Surreal the ones to receive. Magix to be tested. He really is not messing around at this tournament. He looks so sharp, but we naded out of position eventually. Still a chance here for Endpoint, but the retake begins. The CT's not wasting any time gaining access towards its bomb site. And Chopper You know, it's just taking down Kiabi with ease there. This looks like a very calm and clinical round here, but a slight bonus, I suppose. Remember, we had Galil's coming into that one in the MAC-10 as well. So not the end of the world, but a very convincing start here for the campaign of the gun rounds.
And it's always interesting to see how CT teams want to defend that ramp, right? Everybody has a different look at the moment. On the CT side, you can smoke ramp from every single spawn if you've got a set one, but the one there that they threw out was the one blocking the bottom of the scaffolding position. What did I call that? I think I've been calling it the hampers. I don't know what the actual name is, but that'll work for us. And then the T's throw a lurk smoke. So you're creating different dividers, different walls, different angles. And that's something that you have to adjust to as the game goes because you're not always throwing out the same defense. I get a look of it again here over towards the A ramp as we are just starting out in a default spread. Patsy up towards the scaff position, and you can see here that smoke down towards the bottom is denying anybody using the one-way. That is a T smoke right in front of your eyes here, and that's to facilitate a bit of space for Max, who needs to be very careful here.
He has been having a rough time in this A ramp, time and time again, and he's being bullied once more. There on the CT side as well, Kiabi trying to find a gap towards middle, but this has been completely shut down. Crucial down to 5 points of health as well. And this round is going to do anything. It has to be able to nut. Up against the AWP as well. Come on. Can he get it? He absolutely can. It costs him a lot of his HP, but still, we're back to a 3-on-3, Chad. The Walking Wounded, Surreal, Crucial, and Nerds up against a very healthy-looking Team Spirit.
Oh, Chopper, this aggression. Where's this come from? In the back, easy as you like. Crucial does get the trade, however. So a 2-on-2, the HP, we can see it's an issue. But how much does Spirit know? There could be a smoke towards left side site provided by Crucial. A Molotov towards Headshot if they'd like. A HE as well to try and soften things up. They have the util to get in and get the bomb down. And they're continuing to scoop up a little bit more as Crucial gets his favorite weapon into his hands.
Time stands still here. HP is low, the Molotov to buy some space, try and get that bomb down.
Siren's nading.
Crucial has got the AWP, but not for long. It was a nice idea to pick the weapon up, but Surreal, as I said, I've been commending his play in this series so far. Hopefully he can find the first pick. He can't really wait for the defuse to come through. Has to try and be a bit more active here, and he will be. Good damage towards Siren, but still a very difficult round for any player. And it will be Team Spirit tying things up 10-10.
Yeah, a little bit hard done by there if you're Crucial. You know, that's one of the things, man, they've still got a HE left this late in the round. Yeah, well, that's going to deny his life. Fortunately, getting the bomb down can help stimulate a bit of the economy here, but this was the only way the round was going to look close at all, right? Nerds needed the double there, or this one was already over. Chopper with the reaggress just to make sure that they weren't backing off. Yeah,
you're right on that nade though. As soon as you spotted it, it's like, well, yeah, that squanders their chance because Crucial won't be able to fall back. Maybe if he gets the bomb plant cleanly with the AWP, you never know, but not going to happen. And you can see them still looking good here, but can feel this one slipping away from them. Now the money will be a problem.
I haven't seen the JDM lounge in a while here, so no.
That's true.
Really rolling back the years here a bit. JDM coaching FaZe's Valorante team at the moment, I believe.
Good for him. Yeah, why not? Keep yourself in the esports scene. Shout out to JDM. 10-10. We'll see the AWP of Wonderful now really start to be a problem. He loves to be dynamic. He'll always be moving around, this time opting towards the scaffold position, but Endpoint just exploring their options towards B this time.
Well, we've seen Team Spirit be able to get away with really tidy B executes. Let's see if the exact same thing can happen here for Endpoint. Now, on the site resides Magix. He has the help of Siren, who is anchoring over towards the middle position here to help with a flash. Maybe smoke off the front of the bomb site here, but right now, no indication that a fight is coming. Magix is well aware what he's relinquished. You can see on this peak, he still has to worry about a boost up on the wood on the left or a boost from the right. They're faking this. It's all a bit of a ruse here.
There's Molotovs towards the scaffolding area. Magix though just looks so confident on this B bomb side. Nice little jump up to take down the star player in the form of Nerds, and Crucial, he'll give the bomb up knowing that a bit of hot water here. Spots Magix though, who jumps up for a second go. Still in an awkward position, but Crucial has to relinquish control and they'll fall back. With the bomb as well, Mighty Max trying to find the gap. Check sandbags just in case, you never know.
It's a huge gap though. Oh, it was a huge gap. Never mind. I didn't think Patsy was going to start swinging wide, right? You wouldn't expect a player to look for it, but Patsy, well aware of exactly what's happening. The rotations here are 3-on-4.
Oh, hello. Okay, a chance, Chad. That's a chance.
That's a gift.
That's an absolute gift. Chopper, if he goes down here, they're in trouble. What just happened to Patsy? How does he go down like that? Please get the replay ready. We have to investigate. Surreal now, joined by Crucial, all of a sudden have the advantage. We've seen him be handy in this spot before. And this could be the prime bait from Crucial. He has to show himself a little bit for any players running out. Great kill from Surreal. And who would have thought, Chad, they might come out on top in this scenario here. Bomber's halfway gone, surrounded, and that's going to be it. I have no idea what just happened, but I love it. Vertigo, we've had 2 players fall to their death. Have you ever seen anything like him?
It's Patsy twice.
Bro.
He's fallen off the boat twice.
Yeah, take a sip.
Was there any water in there? Was that empty?
He was trying to line himself up with this like nice little cheeky boost.
Oh, he was dead regardless.
He was.
He was gone regardless. Look, Kirby waving him goodbye. Bye.
What are you? What are you? Are you blaming someone there? You blaming something? You seem frustrated. Like you walked off the map, bro. But you're right. He was dead. He doesn't know he was dead, but
yeah, he was definitely dead.
Oh God, you hate to see it. You hate to see it, guys. But also, I guess if you're an Endpoint fan, you love it. There it is. 2 worksite injuries here. Be careful. Keep the hard hats on.
Oh no.
Oh, Eco as well. It felt like a round that was there, but God.
Magic's had that really cool play, jumping up on the tall box.
He worked really hard.
Stalling him out.
He hasn't missed a shot. He's done so much damage, forced them to go towards A. And that happens. And it's just like, even if they don't know he was about to die, like they're all sat there like, bro, you've fallen off the map twice now. What's going on? Are you cool or like, what the hell are you doing? That's always my fear when I go up in that spot. Like, you try to edge yourself out, but like I never push the envelope. You're always like, right, make sure you just have a toe off, perhaps. Like, tuck yourself in, sure. Oh, Max.
Yeah.
Don't get bullied even further here. There we go. Gets himself close to double digits. He has had a couple of decent rounds in the last few. Crucial, though, looking to find a double if possible. The Molotov should guarantee it. Nice Molotov. Forces to fight.
Hot spread, yeah. He's going to get maybe all the kills here. They know that Magic's... Well, they should have known that Magic's was here as well because of the extra lick of the flame. Maybe too much in the kerfuffle. But just 1 left, and Endpoint are going to have a 2-round lead, and you can thank Patsy for that one.
My, oh my.
Because that's not like an over peak or anything crazy like that. That is just like a full-on flub.
Yeah, unforced error, to say the very least.
That's the type that is going to keep you up at night, especially if you end up losing this series.
Which is very possible.
Look, the whole game doesn't come down to that 1 round, but considering the context of that 1 round and what it's meant with these flow-on ramifications, it's a pretty big deal. Be hard to shy away from talking about it.
Well, we'd be doing the crowd a disservice, Chad, if we didn't mention it. So we want to keep them proud. That's for sure.
The bloody crowd. What's he? Oh, it's on the camera stand. I was like, is he bringing a stand for? It's the camera.
But he already brought a book stand.
Brought his own stand. It flicks the pages for him as well.
That would have been good. A new idea, perhaps. But in we go then, ladies and gents. Round number 23. Quite the series this one's panned out to be. We're enjoying this one. Patsy looking to get aggressive. Not the cleanest first bullet accuracy, and Crucial will punish him for it. Nerds follows up. 5-on-3 man advantage here for Endpoint. A distinct lack of utility for Team Spirit. And they'll be dropping the smokes down to A ramp, trying to gain control once again. Molotov's deployed.
Is he going to use the one way? That's the question, right? He's just lobbed that out and wants to use it to garner a little... Oh, actually chipped away. Yeah. That would have been heard by the teammates. So yeah, Max not hanging around, not overstaying his welcome. And the push is coming. Siren wants to clear this one out. And dude, Max, a big kill. This is a 5-on-2 situation. This has to be the 13th round. There's no other way through.
I'd never say never, Chad. We'll see what they can make of it. Maybe a meal as Endpoint with 1 minute remaining. We've seen some pretty bizarre situations, not only in this series, but yesterday as well, had its fair share of, dare I say it, blunders. And there it is, Kiabi. Nice shot. Clinical execution towards Chopper. Very convincing round there.
And it should be the 14th as well, because if you're Spirit, you can only partial buy in this environment. The money, the loss bonus, it's not there. The flow-on effects of that 1 round where Patsy fell off the map and Endpoint dragged themselves back into it could quite actually be the defining factor of this game.
Well, only time will tell. As you mentioned, a partial buy. Ooh, I'd call it, I'd say, eco territory, to be honest with you. It's Kevlar, barely any grenades, and
Patsy looks tilted, man. Like, he's pushed now 2 rounds consecutively, and 2 rounds the first death, but Chopper, 2 massive deagle shots to keep them in it.
Oh, okay. We're in trouble now. Endpoint fans on the edge of their seats, because that double kill has yielded now 2 rifles. And remember, they had Kevlar as well. They're pretty much fully equipped at this stage. They managed to pick up and salvage a Molotov and a smoke grenade here. from the Fallen T's. They didn't have that before. And it's actually man advantage towards Team Spirit as well. So the round turns in his head after losing the first pick as well.
Alan Hender can't believe his eyes right now. Max again, trying to find a little bit of space here. Crept in. Able to at least garner some sight control.
He's tried this before, though, and been rumbled.
Yeah, but this is a new-looking Mighty Max right here, right now. He knows that his team is on the cusp of securing the series.
If he can just get one of these kills, the round's back on.
Look how much room he has.
Now he's in trouble now. Wonderful might jump up. Oh, and actually offers himself up. 3-on-3 again. Kiabi waiting patiently towards middle.
Off as soon as they saw Max, they left the site. They thought that Max was just faking.
You're right.
They've been faked out by the fake.
You're right, yeah. They've overthought this one. You're so correct there, Chad, because Mighty Max has been walking by himself and failing. They just assumed it's towards B.
Now Kyobi's going to win the round. He's going to get the timing on this. He has to account for Magic. So he can hear the running footsteps, the trundling of Magic through spawn. Thank you very much. The last two secured now. They have rifles in hand, sure. But how do they get into this?
I can't believe it. They overthink the situation based on the tendencies of the previous rounds. Now, it's not done yet. There's still maybe a 50% chance that Team Spirit can win this situation. They would have to get their skates on right here, right now. The first defuse attempt comes in. They don't have a kit, and now don't have a chopper or a siren. As alarm bells going off, I'd say, at this point, Chad. And that was the partial buy / eco. It almost fell apart for Team Endpoint, but all that matters is they get that round on the board, and round number 14 has been under their control.
They've been given a gift, right? They've been given an absolute gift here, right? Patsy as well, right? This is not just the fact that he fell off the map. I'll stop dropping on about that. It's the fact that in these last two consecutive rounds, he's gone, well, I've screwed up so bad. The thing I'm going to do is just run in and kill them. And in those occasions, he's given his life away first in back-to-back rounds here. They need to screw the head on tight. The game's not done. Spirit are still in this. There's a 4-round deficit right now. Is Wonderful drops a very deep nade that's going to land on the feet of Nerds. Crucial, slightly chipped away out here as well. And the smoke has fallen through the floor. A bit of a missed throw there down towards the scaff position. So these unforced errors continuing to add up here against Spirit.
Goes without saying, this is one of the most important rounds so far, looking for series point. This time for Endpoint. Mighty Max doing a great job here, but more of a contact situation there. One flashbang and a pounce towards Wonderful.
This is going to be quick.
This could be enough, and he does hit the shot as you would expect. Very fast player here, but Surreal a chance to follow things up, and now going one by one. It was a nice idea, but Wonderful had to miss a shot for this to be possible. It's very strong, though, from Team Spirit. It has to be said. They don't give anything up there whatsoever, and Wonderful in the perfect position. Even though the Molotovs and flashes coming over, he doesn't miss many shots, Chad.
Yeah, all 5 staying alive. That's a bit of a boon here late within the piece, and if Wonderful can find a bit more impact exactly like this, they might be able to get this one done in regulation. It's a bit of a shooting gallery here for a few of the members of Spirit.
It's one of those Hail Mary strategies, though. You're just trying to display the unexpected sort of strategy. Most teams will fully execute, run their defaults. They're just trying to go up with one flashbang, and it's 4th series point. Why not? It could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Doesn't work out for them. They still have cash, bucket loads of it in some cases. Kiabi with almost $8,000. And a bit of exploration towards the B side of the map for Surreal for now.
So with that accounted for that you've just raised, they get 2 cracks. Well, with the last round, 3 of different approaches. You could do what you've been doing. You could try and subvert expectations like they did in the previous, or you might have another pocket strategy. A lot of mid-pressure here, a lurk smoke drop. This forces Chopper to make a couple of decisions, and he'll actually worm his way through that smoke. But Patsy, again, over with the aggressive play, has to deal with the nemesis of Max, who's flubbed the jump. Patsy's got a freebie and needs to get out of here ASAP, because bullets back through. Not going to find anything lethal right now. Patsy's still on 100 points of health. And Endpoint might be squandering the opportunities that came their way. Crucial put on notice again. If he wants to leer around the corner, Wonderful still waiting at the top of the ramp with the AWP. I think the A bomb site's closed for round number 26.
I think you might be right.
This was a mega easy Molotov. The windows just need to not be broken, everybody.
Sure, okay.
That's the one detail of that molly.
And now we'll be flashing out towards the top of the scaffolding position. But it's towards B we go. An opportunity there to bring things back to a 4-on-4. Nerds can't quite hit the shot. He does manage to do a little bit of damage there towards Magix. Good Molotov, actually, will make things a bit uncomfortable. Doesn't force his hand, but maybe it will. He has to actually come and challenge, but it actually fires him up in more ways than one. Fantastic work from Magix. And Wonderful strikes once again. 5-on-2. I don't know how he came out on top there. He had the fight, and my God, does he ever deliver.
Very crispy stuff from Magic. Doesn't have a lot of kills to his name, only 11, but most of them have seemed quite special here.
Be careful.
Saving right now. 7 seconds on the clock, just wanting to retain these AKs. You spoke about the amount of money they had in the coffers, so they'll still be able to drop in case there are any issues, but everybody on Endpoint right now has enough to buy going into the next round of play. Just thinking, with that late Molotov that Kyobi just threw, the CTs, if you go up against a team that like to take map control that way, you could break those windows from the top of A site.
Sure.
So that would be,
makes sense.
yeah, that would be one way to completely remove the, because you can throw that Molotov and the window needs to be broken, but you need to know both variations then. So you'd be forcing them to have a little bit more data saved in their brain.
Would that have to be with an HE grenade though, or can you actually shoot it?
I think you can jump on the top of the A site and probably break it.
I was going to say, yeah, you've gone top of the boost boxes, maybe you could see it from there. Interesting thought.
I'll investigate when I get home.
Please do. So, like we said, another full buy available. Crucial teams seem to opt for the AWP on the T side of Vertigo too often. And
another one walk at the tightrope.
Yeah, he fancies to go this time. Be careful, Magix. We can't afford another one. You'll break the hearts of all the fans around the world. Gotta stay tight here. It's a nice position. You love to see it. Difficult to flush it out. And Kyabi, confident as ever, towards this mid area can.
Oh, he did this yesterday. He's got, he did it yesterday. It got flashed through. Patsy must have watched the demo because he was ready for exactly that move. So trying one of their tricks, accounted for. Good stuff from Spirit.
Yeah, they said they watched the demos. Mentioned in the pre-interview. Well, here we go then. Back towards A, and wonderful in this position where he doesn't seem to miss a shot. Mighty will be taking a lot of damage from the Molotov. And
they're all here. Look at this stack. Look how aggressive they are over towards A to deal with
the front line as well. You feel like he's going to be hitting the shots. This position allows him to be in front of the flashbangs, and once again, one by one they come. The bomb goes down. He falls back to buy some time, and I dare say he's going to hit the next shot. Well, Mighty Max proves me wrong. But they can get the second. There's a real chance here, but no, it's left in a 3-on-1, 30 seconds. Not all is lost just yet, but it'll take a hell of a performance here for him to stand a chance. He pulls out the rifle just in the nick of time. Magic so should be able to outposition him, and he'll secure the round. 14-13. One more buy available for Endpoint, but this is the round that brings us to 14-40. Maybe overtime on the cards once again.
Yeah, definitely possible now. And once more, that position from Magix, we saw him get there. We didn't see a whole lot come from it. But when you do have the B lobby control, it really frees you up to play one of those heavy A rounds. Now, this was the move accounted for here. They saw the deep smoke. Patsy, it's clicked in the head. They've watched in the demos, and Kyobi goes down. That's the thing accounted for in that maneuver. If you're not doing that smoke every round, if you're not making that a constant condition, when you see it, you know, a little bit more irregularly, you're going to expect those type of moves. So Kyobi stifled before he can get started.
Shoving the chips all in. Endpoint are fully invested here. And in terms of finances, it's actually Team Spirit looking quite healthy here. Incendiary down towards the bottom of the round. Mighty Max once more. To negate the CTs, hoping he can find...
Oh, he's jump thrown that one. That's a stand and throw. You aim in the corner at the arrow. So he's unable to condition this ramp. That was meant to give him a bit of a buffer to apply a fake maneuver here. So that's a bit of an issue.
He does manage to regain some sort of control. A decent flashbang. Not out of the round just yet. The Molotov thrown from Laterum. But this is the problem here. Taken down, he'll be frustrated with that one. So, man advantage once more for Team Spirit. Good incendiary to buy some time here from Chopper.
The bomb's still down towards the lower deck, so there's no commitment just yet. Maybe just looking for a kill or two. Wonderful poster with the AWP ready to receive as part of this mid-crossfire with Chopper. The same smoke thrown again, and Chopper will get the better of Crucial now. It's been going so well for Endpoint, but it finally feels like they've been stalled out.
Yeah, and it looks like this is where Team Spirit might be in contention to find series point first, in fact, after Endpoint were looking so good. Things starting to unravel here. I'd say you might even consider saving the AK-47s here. 20 seconds remain, Chad. Like, you need some firepower going forward to deny series points. So yeah, indeed, back towards T-Spawn we go. They'll have to hold on. It means they get no further money, though, into the next round. So Kyabi could drop a MAC-10. That's something, but it probably prefers some grenades. I'm not sure. But that's the only real option they have in terms of money coming through.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating now because they were given this opportunity, this runway to secure things. Now, the loss bonus, fortunately, is built out to a point where Max will get enough for an AK. Crucial has enough to buy himself something, to say the least. So there's a little bit left to contest with here, but now that the game's level, Spirit, they've screwed that head back on tight, and they're looking good to close this one down. They're dealing with all the little tendencies of Endpoint's default. You saw their Patsy just standing behind the molly, knows exactly where it lands, exactly how it spreads, how he can exploit it. The same with Chopper over towards mid, Kirby in the previous round. It's all stacking up now.
I have to say, though, I like the decision, respective from Endpoint, keeping those 3 AKs alive. It's the only choice I think they had, to be honest with you. They managed to squeeze out 5 AK-47s. A lack of utility, another
Just an off angle from Chopper here.
He'll get at least 1, I would say. There it is. Make it 1.5. Crucial under 74. Nerds at 50 HP. So sure, a 4-on-4, but they don't really have the utility for a full execution to really exploit this situation. And Magic's once again, yeah, now difficult spot to flush out. He wasn't spotted before, right?
Yeah, it won't spread it. He's fine.
Oh, he is in a prime spot. Surreal eviscerates him, though. Off the map he goes, but he was dead already. Bullet to the dome. And we've actually got a 4 versus 3. Endpoint with the advantage after a disappointing sequence of rounds after losing, what, 4 in a row? Surreal now. Can he get the second of his round? Not going to be the case, and they're going back towards the A site. Oh, that's the shot we needed to see.
Wonderful's been great in similar positions, but not this time. It's going to leave Siren a 1-on-2 situation. The bomb's going to get planted here. There's cash remaining right now for Spirit. Does Siren want to give this one a crack? 20 kills to his name. He's had a good game, but he's going to have to wait for this smoke.
Full HP. They've got a flashbang, an HE grenade. Presumably a decent crossfire established. This is it, boys. You can't give this round up. You fought so hard for it. Surreal getting that kill towards the B steps cannot go in vain. Time is of the essence.
There's a smoke here, Henry.
Oh, you're right. That does make things a bit more complicated. Smoke at the bomb. Force the defuse. We'll see whether it's enough.
Drop the smoke. He hasn't tapped it just yet. Looking to do the fake, pulling him off, coming out short, and Mighty Max will get it done. His impact again secures round 15. Just one more now for Endpoint to upset Team Spirit here and getting fired up. This energy, ever since map number 1, forget about it. They're here to play.
Got to hold on now. Both teams showing a few mistakes in the last few rounds. Love that from Surreal.
A hard clear.
Hard clear. No doubt in his mind. He's aware of the tendencies as well. Magic obviously uses that position in other games, and he just gets completely taken down for nothing. And perfect trading here. Joint at the hip. Crucial is there to pick up the kill for Nerds. He's leaning back. He's comfy. And now, series point. Will we see another overtime here? Of course, there's money to buy on the Team Spirit side, but things can fall apart quickly. This has been a big bone of contention for Endpoint. Losing frags, missing smokes on this A side of the map. Mighty Max, he has been struggling the last couple of days on this side, but we'll see what they can do here. Just running the defaults, going for the motions for now, pushing the CTs back, exchanging smokes. And Patsy fancies to fight here. 20 kills to his name, round number 30.
More utility being limped on through. Actually, still quite a lot left over for Spirit here at this juncture with a minute 15 on the clock. 4 incendiaries, a bunch of smokes, a bunch of flashes. The same map control util comes out, and this time it's going to be stalled. It's going to be slowed. Anafony dropped as a bit of a one-way to work around here, so a new variation of utility being used for Max to clear up close and personal. Now the question is it a fake like usual, or is he going to have the assistance of his teammates to finish this one off? Because right now, utility is bleak for Endpoint. 1 smoke, a couple of flashes, a couple of HEs, and a few Molotovs.
It's all in the balance right now, Chad. Time ticking away, 45 seconds, a 5-on-5. Max has managed to navigate himself through the A ramp. Finally, the orb has been pushed back. The smokes, they've been depleted.
How are they going to deal with Wonderful? Every time he's been in this exact position, he has destroyed them.
Can't just keep facing it dry. They need a decent flash here that's going to deal with him. And again, he misses a shot, finally. A point of access here. He'll make up for it on the second peak, though.
They're running back, they're scampering back. It's being heard. Kirby's out mid. He could be the difference maker here. That rotation has been heard. The bomb's been dropped. It's pandemonium. There's 10 seconds left. I don't think there's time. I think we're headed for overtime.
We absolutely are. That confirms it. It runs out of time very quickly, and it's going to be 15-15. They hold on, and Wonderful. He hits that first. No, he misses the first shot. The second follows through, and that is denies access completely there. After a 16-3 stuffing on the first map, overtime in the second, overtime in the third. We're going the full distance here. All of the rounds, ladies and gentlemen, and you have to join us after this break to see how this one concludes.
puts the pressure on Madden, who is alone. Monacy coming in, quick shot down with the timing. Tough on the gun, but it's not planted for him, and he's got a smoke. Monacy dives down, kill it through, and Monacy getting the shots fast as lightning. Oh, baby. Line it up indeed. Oh, we might get the ace. But it doesn't matter.
Maybe this time it will. So we've got OC fighting a bit. Oh, OC doing so much work. Absolutely shutting him down.
Trade on this. They need to be able to clear it. Tap from Twist. He finds the first shot. He's even trying to line up Twist through the window. That's not done. He's got it all again. This man's on one today. 5 minutes are not letting anything slip. Snappy gets the and what a closer from Snappy.
Player stacked on his ankle, though. Be expecting. GRUPO tries to get aggressive. He's going to get bargain for GRUPO.
It is Shiro that has to try and pull this one out. Another kill collected for Shiro. Taps to put pressure on him, but Shiro's got another kill. And just Plopsky, defuse coming through. Got it right for Shiro. And what a way to close it.
One of the CT members are big, and it's Tabson versus the world here. One of the drop down there quickly with a wallbang. Needs to be hit in the head if he wants a shot, but Tabson. Oh, time! I don't think he has it. No.
Welcome back to the crescendo of what some people are calling, Chad, the game of the week. Back-to-back overtimes here between Team Endpoint and Team Spirit. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, those people, Henry, they're in the building right now. They're making a bit of a ruckus. They're having a great time. They're loving the scenes here. UK Counter-Strike. They're out in full force here today, mainly represented in the commentary field ever since 2008, but we'll see if they can get across the line here today. 15-15, 12,500 schmackaroos, and first to 19.
Here we go then. This huge battle has been going on between Patsy and Mighty Max continues. Magix has been a beast, holding off players towards this B bomb site. Great first kill, takes down Nerds, but Crucial will respond in kind. He'll take 50 damage in the process as well. So a little advantage towards Endpoint in terms of the overall map synergy, but with that HB being done, he might edge it towards Team Spirit. So let's see what can be done here. The bomb's on the B side of the map, so real boosted up. Can walk onto the bomb side if he so wishes with Max.
Yeah, just guarding them here from the top of this boost as they creep and crawl their way in. There is still utility here to be thrown out. A couple of smokes, a couple of flashes and mollies, but they're going to be denied. That's going to force them only through the catwalk, and well, that is going to be denied as well. So attempting to use this smoke as a little bit of a one-way is Surreal. They're getting lobbed in, lobbed over. Chopper gets one. Surreal onto the trade. 3-on-3. HP a bit of an issue here. Real problems now. 48 seconds on the clock and still no full commitment just yet. Playing, toying, forcing Team Spirit to be on their toes as they dip on back.
So we lost Mighty Max. So that control hasn't been gathered at the very start like it usually is. They're going to have to do this quickly, Chad. 30 seconds remaining and still quite a journey for a couple of these players. Thankfully, Wonderful's on the other side of the map, but Patsy's looking very comfortable here as the backup arrives. I don't think they've got much of a chance. What's left just a Molotov and an HE. Decent smoke already deployed. That does sabotage Wonderful's efforts here. And a good Molotov as well. Patsy's dying. He goes down eventually, but a double kill has been found as the bomb has to be planted. Crucial left in a tough spot. And that might be all she wrote for it. First round goes in favor of Team Spirit, but still, it was up in the air towards the end.
Yeah, and look, Patsy there, he hears them running up the ramp, that U2 comes through, and the fact that he doesn't get flustered and just jump out, he actually just stayed focused for that one kill. Look, making decisions in those type of moments, always tough to do, but smiles on the face is still here for Spirit. They are having a good time with this. They have been pushed, they have been tested. ENDPOINT have shown that they are no slouch. Back again, the gap smoke released out of the hands of Crucial. Limping the smoke forward. Nerds doing that to avoid the incendiary that the CTs throw out to slowly force these Ts to take their time and nade. Not gonna hit the mark either. And even more utility being thrown through.
Here we go then. Magic's always seems good for one. A different setup towards middle. I like this. Totem pole towards mid.
Max has got his space without having to take too much of a fight here. So a different look on the setup over towards A as well. This mid setup, as you mentioned, it's actually getting a lot of results here. Patsy with a very awkward angle, and the fight doesn't quite go his way. Max and Crucial combined for the kill, up the ladder into Chopper. Kirby drops down. This one's getting a little bit kooky.
It's getting spicy for sure. So it's a 5-4 in favor of ENDPOINT. They've got a minute left and bumping into each other there. Chopper and T-spawn, like not the most advantageous spot.
No one heard this either.
What's the play? See how this one develops. Here's behind Kiabi.
Well, that's a kill. He'll call B clear. Yeah, it's not B bomb site. We can focus completely towards A. 40 seconds left. They have to go forward. They have enough to execute onto the site here. Oh, and they're pushing through.
Shots.
Kills just keep coming. Wonderful on the site. Needs to hit another. He's been denied. They know where Chopper was. He flanked that B site, and he is still coming through the back lines. They'll have no idea where the reposition is. You can see they haven't completely acknowledged the chance for the flank just yet.
Not yet. Chopper with the HE. The flashbang is on the A ramp. Crucial is very, very low indeed. He's towards the scaffolding, as are both players, in fact. Nerds will join him. Obviously a kid available, and the first kill comes in Chopper's favor. And Nerds, he'll make up for it. A lovely round there from ENDPOINT. A little bit dicey at times, but we go 1-1 here. And again, on your T side, one round, probably enough to continue going here. Yeah,
I think that is going to at least secure them. Actually, no, I don't want to go that far. I was going to say, like we saw with the potential to secure them double OT over there on Ancient, right? But yeah, this game could really go either way because ENDPOINT in the later stages, that first off, that's where they started getting their act together.
Exactly.
So you have, it's been a long time since Spirit have been on that T side. We'll have to see what they've got in store for us.
Great shots there from ENDPOINT. Finally rattling Wonderful to miss a couple of shots. Patsy, though, has been strong. This battle continues. Oh, does he just get straight through? I think Max might have found a gap here. Resides in the smoke for now. Waiting for that fade. Oh, he hits them both and actually finds Max as well. That's going to be gutting for him. Nice idea there, waiting for the smoke to go down. There'll be two players ready and waiting, but he anticipates it. Huge kill coming in from Patsy there, and Wonderful confirms that the back boxes are clear, but still, we have got Crucial here. He got caught up in that crossfire. Down to 44 and does spot the barrel of the AWP and actually manages to take him down. Back to a 4-4.
All right, well, something to work with here. Kirby is committed to this fight. That Sandra is going to force him forward. Has to run back through the flames and yeah, will just burn to death. Patsy's taking down Crucial, and the interim Nerds is going to do everything he can and more. His 26th kill now as he surges forwards towards this A site, or is it a bit of a ruse? The sound cues would suggest one thing. His teammate going up the ladder suggests another. Surreal with the bomb. He's going to have to find a place to roost. There's 40 seconds left. The round is yet to be decided, and same with the bomb side of finish.
Last round here. Nerds pretty much confirms the result here. Surreal does have the bomb, but no hope. 2-1 in favor of Team Spirit on their CT campaign. About what you would expect, as we mentioned. ENDPOINT is picking at that one round, allows them to at least have a fighting chance here going forward, but definitely advantage Team Spirit, of course. We'll swap things over, and as Chad, you mentioned, it feels like a lifetime ago we even saw the T side from Team Spirit here. Decent effort from Crucial, but this A round, you have to say, it's Patsy that's giving them a lot of grief.
Now, if we do reflect on what was working for Spirit, it was those B execs, because Magix was getting B lobby control for free. Surreal was playing a very, very passive B anchor role, and you can see again, as we get into it,
He just gets in there straight away, right? He hasn't got to use any smokes, any flashes. He's just running through, not wasting any utility.
Exactly. And a lot of teams would normally throw that Molotov to at least force him to use that smoke and extinguish, but that's not the case here. So Magix is allowed to be let off the leash and look for a fight with 2 players to deal with. I'm behind the white box, Tetris, Catwalk, whatever you want to call it. It's got a plethora of different names, but it's still the same position. Stalled out, waiting for a fight. He's just chilling on the sandbags towards the stairs. And on the jiggle, Surreal, to really glance the information he's looking for. Magix is making no secret of this, right? Those sound cues are being made intentionally here.
Trying to bait out whatever he can. There's an incendiary gone.
Well, they're going to be on high alert for this B exec. You have to be.
So in terms of the setup here, a couple of players patrolling towards the scaffolding area. Surreal and Nerds ready and waiting is Mighty Max as well. Can he find the timing? Potentially get behind Wonderful here, but Siren is patrolling here. All 5 players committed. This first frag will be coming in momentarily. I dare say Max has got the advantage. So is Nerds as well. 5 versus 3, but plenty of frags available. Magix pulls one back. Round not done yet. 30 seconds remaining. Trying to get that plant down if possible. Wonderful to be covering as well. There is a smoke to cover them for now, but Mighty Max seems to be very aware of the prospect of sandbags. They're going to close things out here. You would expect the no-scope to be hit, but still a clean round from Endpoint, Chad. We go 1-0 here in the second half. A good start to their CT campaign.
Yeah, and there's little details there. So I believe Siren was the player up ladder. I've been highlighting throughout that Molotov that gets thrown for the late ramp control. His didn't land. And there's a little room that you never would see, but just on the other side of that wall. So his molly's gone through and it's landed in that little room. And that's maybe why when people were watching the short play there, they saw some flames through the floor. His molly has been, well, misthrown. So unforced errors again here.
Well then, 17-17. 2-1 in the first half of overtime. You're just joining us. We actually had overtime in Ancient as well, where Endpoint actually came out on top after getting thumped 16-3. And here's that same smoke towards their elevator position. They boost up and T-spawners to quickly get there after their initial protocols. And it's Magix will throw a smoke towards elevator to nullify the crucial position right there.
Yeah, so he is going to be a bit of a rock and a hard place here, old Crucial. He really difficult to justify playing ahead of this smoke, and it's a beautiful one to watch here. You can see it landing again. Crucial is going to play in front of it. It takes one shot, has to drop back in this reposition. It's a long way around. It gives Siren enough time to get out mid. Start forcing the issue under his nose. They're going to flash, they're going to fight.
You can see that smoke now being encapsulated is showing you how good it can be, but Crucial hitting the vital shots. Kiabi here, he might go for the second kill. They haven't detected him on the other side of construction, and Wonderful is dropped. 5 versus 3, looking for series point once again here, Chad. They've got all the advantages in the world, but can they thread the needle correctly once again? Mighty Max patrolling towards Shaw's Nerds, and this could be perfect. He could steal a kill away, really well timed. And that's going to be it. Nerds will close things out, and there it is. Series point for Endpoint once more. This time they have one chance to close it out. Can Team Spirit hold on?
They've looked good, right? They've been under pressure. They've been under the pump. They've been piecing this one together. But it's a completely different look team since map number 1 of Overpass. Their map choice didn't even look like they were here to play. But finally, some resistance. Finally, something from Endpoint here for them to be proud of, because these are close matches against a Team Spirit who had a great run over there in Cologne, even since they've lost Dexter from the team. Wonderful's come in. We've been singing his praises. But how much more can Team Spirit do to hold on here?
All to play for, and Patsy gets burned to a crisp. Tries to beat the Molotov, and the Molotov beats him, I'm afraid. 96 points of health removed.
All right, well.
Ooh, spotted as well. This is a boatload of damage, Chad. It all counts.
That has to be enough. It's Patsy and Magix, the two combined. 11 points of health. And they back onto Surreal, sure.
Answer back, yeah, but you're right. Like, coming into a bomb site now, and it just... a light breeze will take you down. That's a real problem. And it looks like they might be committing towards B as well. 4 players here. Last chance saloon.
Look at the CTs, Henry. They've just gone into a full retake setup. If they do the execute with the mollies here, they're playing for retake. This could work perfectly right now for Endpoint.
Oh, a misthrown incendiary. Not what we needed. That would have been perfect for Surreal to have denied access, actually. But still, staying alive. He's been very good at this. It all comes down to this moment, Chad. The plan will come through. A full 5-on-5 retake to decide the fate of Team Spirit, who are currently up against it, 2-0 in overtime right now. Surreal looking for that opportunity. Can he find it? It's a passive situation from both teams right now, and no grenades remaining. Here come the frags, here come the trades, but it's Team Spirit finding absolutely everything. Wonderful, and Siren lighting them up, as we'll see a 5 versus 1, and all the players stay alive there. They all go down to 10 HP, but I think that missed incendiary might have cost them a lot.
Yeah, definitely hurt them right there. Well, we're going to take a quick breath. We're not going to a break. We're going to be sticking with this one, getting into the second overtime. But this is a tense game now. A very tense game indeed, right? That moment I thought them playing the retake setup, it might have been the right call, knowing that they get overrun otherwise, but not to be. Not to be as 18-18.
We're back into it. And the AWP for Crucial is out. You don't see many of them on the T side. Wonderful will be working the A ramp with his team. And it's a fast one as well. And Mighty Max comes out on top. And he will find Nerds. And that's going to put a little bit of a slowdown towards things here. 4-4. Happy to receive that. Team Spirit knows it's going to thin out the CT defense as they focus towards middle.
A bit of a gap.
Yeah,
rotating
absolutely.
back into this is Kirby, but it's difficult for him to go for too many peaks, so might just have to play from the spawn position.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Molotov will force him to play net. Oh, that sequence, that's beautiful. And he was here before, they're going to be aware of it this time. I think he's good for at least one here, Kiabi. Chopper will be looking for the trade, but doesn't want to commit just yet. 4 versus 3. Advantage endpoint once more, but the health is getting drained here on the B side of the map.
A couple of key pieces of utility again, just not hitting the mark there. That smoke you can see in front of Patsy was destined to land right in front of his eyes here, but it's Surreal. Did get Sloan and is now left in a bit of a rough spot here, Spirit. They've got 3v4, sure. Time starting to melt off the clock. No flashes to initiate, no smokes. It's really coming down to Chopper here in this mid presence. So a bit more pressure towards B. Keeping the eyes glued. Chopper up, over, nobody accounting for him. He's got the kill. Surreal now, he's pinned behind the generator. The rotation's coming from the AWP. Can Crucial help? No, he can't. It's a 1-on-2 situation for Max. He's clutched once before. Can he do it again?
It's going to take a lot here from the in-game leader. He's got a flashbang available, but that was looking so good for Endpoint. The 4-on-3. It melts before their very eyes, and he's just got to make some noise. He's actually entering the bomb site here. What's the plan? Patsy will wait for him. There's the step, and at this point, it looks like he's done. He can throw the incendiary. Do they want to swing on this peak? He's not even going to check the jetty, and Patsy will take him down. 1-0 in double overtime here. That's a big, big round for Team Spirit to find, and they know it as well. They still look fired up. Endpoint, I dare say they need these next 2 rounds here. Advantages in their favor. Chopper, they were aware of his position there as well. They knew they had the chance to trade him out, but Kiabi lets it slip. And here we go, Patsy to close things out. A clean finish. Nothing really Max could do with just a single flash.
I think when they'll watch it back, they won't realize that Chopper was that far forward, right?
Sure.
The fact that he was able to just withstand that Kirby Molotov that held him back for a little while there on that mid to B split. But regardless, those little details don't matter now. We're in the thick of things, and Max is too. He's copped damage through the smoke, a nade as well for good measure. Down to 40 points of health in the early stages of this. The Molotov's going to land. He will need to scamper. Is able to get himself out of the fight, but at this stage, Crucial needs to find something here, or they're going to completely give up ramp control. Patsy onto Max on the reaggress, and
I was going to say, they're going to swing onto Crucial as well. He is lucky not to take any damage whatsoever. And Nerds, he knows he needs to take matters into his own hand once again. He needs to start finding a response here. A different setup. He'll be watching towards the bomb site, allowing Crucial to explore the options here. A nice fast flick down, ready for the second. And it's going to be coming as well, but it's a jump shot. Nerds need to find 2, not going to happen. Man advantage towards Team Spirit. Looking for 2-0 here in double overtime. They've been against Series Point a couple of times here, and regulation in the first set of overtime as well. It's up to Kiabi and Surreal on the retake, and they don't have much. 2 flashes, 1 smoke. Coming in from the B bomb side is Kiabi. Surreal. Smoke down. HE. Won't be able to find a kill with that. Maybe a little bit of damage, but it doesn't connect.
trying to puff up, seeing bigger as he is, then to Kirby a bit of space here. Surreal goes down, and they will note Kirby. Nowhere to be seen, no sound cues made. The sandbag position, I think he might catch the backpack here in a moment. There's one. Has a great idea that someone's over towards the sandbag position, trying to isolate the fight against Magic. Needs to get it, and needs to get it now. Scrappy aim, doesn't convert. And 2 in a row now for Spirit here.
Excellent work from Team Spirit. They're holding on. And all these awkward duels are coming out on top, maintaining the man advantage, grouping up together, and just running away with the round. So, last chance saloon for Endpoint. As you mentioned, $12,500 in these overtimes now. After 2-round losses on the CT side, you're going to be making some concessions. And that was a nice jump around the corner, crucial through the wickets. And a decent attempt from Kiabi. If he gets the instant jumping headshot there, maybe there's a chance, but it's not realized. And we have a strong advantage here for Chopper and the boys.
The B exec here, or at least Magic's making it look that way. Siren's already taken one. They tried to waltz in. This worked for them during regulation, but this time they have been stalled. Kirby throwing everything in the kitchen sink to slow them down here.
It's worked. It's pushed them back at least, but as we mentioned, MP9s are out. The AWP not available. Surreal has been dropped. The Incendiary just trying to buy a little bit of time here, force him to come out that back angle. Mighty Max just spots Patsy. Holds him for the smoke as long as he possibly can.
Well, that's a nifty way to get that one up and can play under this now. Max needs a couple of kills. One, I don't think it's going to be enough. Second, cannot be converted. If he could have grabbed that, should have been their round. And now, everybody getting deleted. Laser sharp are these AK shots, and it will just be Kirby in the clutch yet again. Another insurmountable 1-on-3, and Patsy 32 kills. Sure, he fell off the map a couple of times, but he's really putting on a show here. One more round required now for Spirit, and they're on the CT side. Traditionally the easier side to get this one done.
Indeed, the wind officially out of the Endpoint cells at this point. It's going to take something quite special to find 3 rounds in their T side. They know it as well. Reggie knows it behind them. Everything reset, they move over towards the T side, but yes, indeed, 1 round for Team Spirit. And we are done here. Hell of a series it's been, Chad. Can't take anything away from them. They fought tooth and nail to get this far. Not many people would have said they got a map, and especially after that first showing on Overpass, 16-3, I think you tend to agree with them. But here we are, double overtime. Patsy opened things up, crucial with the response. He's down to 4 HP. Troublesome times here. Team Endpoint exhausted, trying to hold on. Nerds put in a hell of a shift here as well. 30 kills to his name. Kiabi has been fighting well in the series, but Magix, he's been solid toward this B side of the map. Oh, it looks like we might be done here. 4 versus 3, crucial low, bomb down in T-spawn. Is he just going to offer himself up?
Might have to take a risk.
Kill?
Yeah, he has to. He's on 4 HP. You know, sure, he's got this space for now, but probably not for much longer. Damn. Definitely not for much longer. A 2-on-4 situation to stay in this, or Spirit. This is the conclusion I think we all thought was going to be coming today when we got out of bed. 2 more kills and wonderful. He looks like the man to deliver them. The first will fall. Nert's dead. Surreal would need a 1-on-4 situation, and the first 2 are brilliant. Not ready for the last player here. It's Siren stands tall, delivers 22-18 Spirit. It's a 3-map affair. They eventually get it done, and they will topple Endpoint here and get their first series win of EPL Season 16.
Yeah, somewhat of a hollow victory perhaps here. Definitely the favorites coming into this one. The fact they were pushed the full distance there. Maybe alarm bells going off, but commendable still for Endpoint. After going down 16-3, as we mentioned, they managed to get us to 2 overtimes here on Ancient and on Overpass. A fantastic series that has set the tone for the rest of the day. It was a